What up, what up, what up, what up, do? What up, do? What up, do? How y'all doing? How y'all doing on this hump day? On this hump day, how y'all doing? Hope y'all are doing well on this hump day. Happy Wednesday to everyone. Um, y'all know the drill. Please let me know in the comment section if you guys can hear me. Um, let's see here. As soon as y'all tell me y'all can hear me, then you know I can go on with the show. But I want to make sure y'all can hear me. I'm always moving stuff. That's why I be okay. Thank you, Simply Elegant One. Well, hello everyone, and happy Wednesday. Hope you guys are doing well. We're here to recap and review Little Scrappy Sit Down with Carlos King. Now, we're gonna play it. We're gonna play it in a little bit of a faster than normal speed, so we can go ahead and get through it. But of course, we are gonna stop and just kind of give commentary here and there based off of the actual interview. I will say I have a new respect for Scrappy, which I've been saying all along. Do I think Scrappy is innocent? No. But I also don't think Scrappy is just this horrible person. And that's just my opinion. And based off of this actual interview and the fact that he sat down with Carlos King was everything to me. Carlos King did an amazing job on this interview. It may be some things that I disagree that Carlos do, but with this particular interview, Carlos did great interviewing Scrappy. So we're gonna get into it, of course. But before we do any of that, you guys know that we do have to get the church announcements on out of the way. When you come on up in the room, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you bang that notification bell so you don't miss any time that I go live. All right. And as you can see in the comment section, the moderators are going to be dropping the casting info for School of Love. This is a show solely based on Schoolboy. All right. And Schoolboy is in the chat. Oh, what's up, Val? What's going on, man? What is up with it? Listen, if you guys are not subscribed to Vail, I think y'all should definitely go ahead and get subscribed. Um, because he has some amazing content. But what attracted me to his page the most was the Tim Norman situation. And Sweetie Pie. So y'all got to go subscribe, okay? And he funny too. He is funny. And I know he don't even be realizing he funny, but he is funny. So y'all go check him out. Please go check him out and subscribe, all right? So you don't miss out on anything else. But I saw you in here. I had to speak to you. All right, so let me go ahead and speak to everybody. But before I do that, y'all check out this sneak peek for School of Love.
In the big city of Dallas, Texas, a new LGBT web reality series produced by The Chef Don Don Productions, School of Love. Honey, we are now casting. Make sure you get your application in just in time for school to be in session.
All right, all right. We are still casting. Casting is open until October the 5th. Okay. Listen, we're looking for ladies ages 30 to the age of 50. All right. And listen, you might want to go ahead and get your application in soon. The sooner you get your application in, we can go ahead and get your interview on in and in there. Okay. But anyway, listen, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe, make sure you bang that notification bell. All right. Listen, again, we're here to recap and kind of go over some of the things that Lil Scrappy has said in his part one of his interview with Carlos King. Again, I have a newfound respect for Scrappy, which is one of the reasons why I felt like it was necessary to cover this whole thing. Also, too, I had already told y'all that I didn't believe that Scrappy was just this. I don't believe he's innocent, but I also don't believe that he's just this big villain and that he's just this big, like terrible person. I don't believe that whatsoever, y'all. I don't. As much as Bambi want to make y'all try to think that, no. Okay. All right. So let me speak to y'all because I do have manners. What's up, Simply Elegant One? And I see your membership sticker color changed. I know that's right. Thank you for being a member here on the channel, Simply Elegant One. Yes, crowdfunding is available for School of Love. So if you're feeling like I want to get a chef down because all he do is big, 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 big. But what you can do is go over there and take it to the crowdfunding link, and you can show some love there. I appreciate it so much. Listen, yes, if you have a business or you need advertising opportunities, you have a YouTube channel, whatever that may be, go ahead and email those inquiries so that way we can go ahead and get you taken care of when the show gets ready to air. All right. What's up, Tracy? Okay, now what is happening? Oh Lord. Okay, there we go. I don't know what was just happening. Okay, what's up, Tracy? How you doing, love? How you doing? How you doing? Tanisha Bree, love. What's going on with you, love? How are you? How are you? Let's see who else up in here. LH, what's going on? What's going on? How are you doing? How are you doing? Ruthie, what's up with you, Ruthie? You back again. I appreciate you. What's up, Lysandra? You back again. I appreciate you for being here and being in the number. What's up, Aunt Natty? How you doing? How you doing, Aunt Natty? How you doing? How you doing? What's up, Veronica? What's up with you? How you doing? How you doing? Hopefully your hump day is going well. What up, though, Brittany? What up, though? What up, though? How you doing, love? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Hey, Mrs. Parker. How you doing, Mrs. Parker? Okay, y'all was letting me know y'all could hear me. Hey, Yvonne Moore, how are you doing? How are you doing? Shout out to Schoolboy for being in the chat. What up, Schoolboy? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Y'all go subscribe. Go subscribe. Go subscribe. Baby, the way she dragged them Huntsville people the other day, I was like, my good God Almighty. Schoolboy didn't leave nothing. I was like, my Lord. What's up though, Tracy? What up though? What up though? What up though? Hey, Symmetry, what's going on? What's going on? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Let's see here. Hey, no problem, Bill. Listen again. The content is great, so make sure y'all go check him out, please, please, please. Let's see here. I have people who want to promote their business. Link again, please. So they would need to send it to the email. Send everything to the email, Cheryl. And how you doing, Cheryl? How you doing? Yeah, they'll just need to send it to the email. I don't believe the BAM either. They both play a part in the myth. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And I've said that. And Scrappy has said it. Scrappy has said it multiple times. But the BAM wants to be this innocent bystander that, oh girl, I don't really do anything to break down this marriage. Scrappy is just a no good dude. That's how it feels. That's just how I feel. I'm cutting lemons and limes. Come on, cutting lemons and limes. I know that's right. Okay, y'all. So let's get into this here interview with Scrappy and Kanos, in the words of Wanda, Kanos King. Okay. So I'm gonna speed it up, of course. Hold on one second. And I know, y'all gonna be like, ooh, I can't take Carlos' voice. Ooh, I can't take Carlos' voice. All right, hold on one second, y'all. I could have sworn, is this it? This is it right here. This is what I was trying to do. So let's push this up. And actually, let me make y'all comments just a little bit bigger while we listening to this. Um, okay, there we go. All right, so we about to get into it. We about to show enough get into it. But first, again, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. All right. And also too, I mean, you guys are capable of going to listen to this interview on your own, but the purpose of us doing this is so that we can listen along and also commentate on this. So I know some of y'all, why you stop it and commentate? That's what I do over here. Okay, that's just what I do. That's what all YouTubers do, just about. What y'all be talking about? Anyway, all right, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Thing I know about you, you are God-fearing black man.
All day.
You always preach
Since
the
a kid.
gospel.
Yeah, since a kid.
You and even when we were working together doing interviews, you will always talk about your love for God.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
My daddy. You know what I'm saying? My daddy introduced me to God. Well, he introduced me back to God. You know what I'm saying? Because, as a baby, like, he was, your daddy the first man you look up to if you had one. You know what I'm saying? And I looked up to him, and all he did was go to church every day. You know what I'm saying? He had me in there with him, had me in the gym with him, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I just seeing him, get on his knees and pray to God and cry to God and, like, just be humble and vulnerable. And, I'm right there and I can't see. I'm like, who could talking to? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
Not who
like,
could
tripping.
talking
Cuz
to.
be in the closet in his prayer room, you know what I'm saying, going in. And you with him, you be like, damn, like, is it that serious? Cuz, like, I mean, it ain't nobody in there with you. It's just you. You know what I'm saying? But then when I would look, but it's like, as I got older and I would be in situations and I would come out of it, and he always used to tell me that, the stuff that I was going through, like, he was his age, and he said I still ain't went through stuff like that. And he was like, the way
We just
God got you
started,
here,
y'all. We
you know what I'm
just
saying? You
started. Hey,
still
Pin Two
breathing.
Ross.
You got
We
other
just
kids
started.
dying from stuff like that. And I started looking at that stuff, like that type stuff, and how you wake up every day. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody made like a machine or something. Everything go together and stuff like that. And it's just like everything go together. Like, I mean, we ain't hit, like, it's hard to believe that it ain't a God. You know what I'm saying? And the stuff that I done went through and came out of with nobody else helping me but the people that he sent. You feel me? I'm locked in, tapped in forever.
No, you are. And the thing about it is you constantly give God the glory,
Yeah.
which is what we love about you too. So you talk about your father. Obviously, your mother's Mama D, who will go down in history as one of the
Mama
most
D.
legendary,
Mama
iconic reality mothers in history. What I love about your mom is she never shied away from her past. She's very honest about, look, I was a pimp, I had hoes, I used to have them run the block. As a kid and as a black boy, or
I had hoes in different area codes. Is that how the song go? I don't know. Hey, everybody coming in. Y'all hit that like button. Hey, Amber. Hey, making your headache. Hey, Gabby. Hey, Pinto Ross. We just started. We literally just got started. We're covering Lil Scrappy's interview with Carlos King and some of the now we're about to listen to the whole thing, but uh of course we're gonna give commentary. All right. And let's go, child. Boo. Uh child, my take on this is not everyone else's. I see something different from Scrappy. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Simply Elegant One. I would definitely like to know.
Or any boy for that matter, your mom is like your first love. It's the first woman you love. Did you know that your mother was involved in that lifestyle growing up?
Yeah, I was right there. She ain't never lied to me. You know what I'm saying? Never lied to me. I mean, you couldn't. You know what I'm saying? Our house was the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, we stayed there with the trap house. You know what I'm saying? So I seen them come, I seen them go, seen hoes. Like I say, hoes had to fuck in my room. You know what I'm saying? And in my sister's room, so we had to sleep with my mama. You know what I'm saying? I was grateful that she didn't make us sleep in there, but like we would go in.
Lord, y'all, he just said that they was humping stuff in his bed and he had to sleep with his mama. Ooh, child. My Lord today. Wow.
And then watch TV and stuff like when ain't nothing like during the weekend when ain't shit going on. She'll been uncleaned at the whole shit. And she had J's doing that. She had the J's cleaning our room once the weekend come. We come home from school, the rooms done been wiped down with bleach and rooms cleaned, new covers and sheets. I'm like, you gonna do this every week? How you go buy some new covers and shit every
Like
week?
it's an Airbnb.
Yeah, like, and we'll be in our room on the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Watching, TV or playing with our toys or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you'll see little straws and shit around the house. You know what I'm saying?
Like the drug straws?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Lord have mercy. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Now I totally understand the listen, we've already had this conversation. So the drug stuff I totally get, right? Now I ain't never had to do the holes and stuff in the house. But as far as like drugs and stuff, I have absolutely been around those things when it comes to my parents. So I listen, this is something. Okay, let's keep going.
like they used to take real straws that you get from McDonald's and cut them. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Do their thing. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got a pipe. They'll get it some kind of way. They'll do it. I was like, damn. And these was like my play aunties and uncles because I grew up around them. You know what I'm saying? And they would be there. A moment on the block or posted up in the trap. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Or we're earning somewhere. You know what I'm saying? They be right there with us. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
Ernest.
they the one to cook for us, clean for us. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there talking to these people every day. They like, hey, look, your mama said you can't go out the house. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be a good little boy now. Like, keep putting. Man, after you hit that little rock, man, I'm up out of here. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm sneaking up out this joint. You feel me? I'm up under, I'm going out the window and everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. But as a kid, you don't know it's dangerous like that.
Right, because the thing it's sort of like when you're a kid and there's any like you taste anything because you're a kid and you're around it so much and
very impressionable.
You want to try it.
Yeah.
So you saw the drugs and stuff around it.
Yeah.
How old were you when you tried your first drug?
Like took a drug
Yeah.
or sold it?
Both.
Well, I was a teenager when I first started selling drugs, and when I first did my first ever drug. Now weed, I did that since I was 12 years old.
12.
Yeah, I was 12 years old smoking
Carlos,
weed.
that first
You know what I'm saying? When I got 6.
Carlos said 12. Carlos, you'd be surprised, child. It's 10 years old, 10-year-olds out here smoking the reefer. Okay. So Carlos said 12. Yeah, let's keep going.
16, my mama, all through my life, my mama would slide me that liquor. You know what I'm saying? Go and taste it. But I wasn't really on it like that. You know what I'm saying? I've definitely been a weed head since I was 12.
Obviously, you grew up and you're witnessing some of these crazy things surrounding you. I'm assuming at the time you thought like this is normal. This is what I'm seeing. How did you get first introduced to hip hop and the desire to be a rapper?
I always tell this story because it's real. Like my grandma, she taught school. You know what I'm saying? Bless her soul. My mama, Miss Pat, Patricia Harper. She taught school at this school called Rockbridge Elementary. It's in Stone Mountain. And I had to go stay with her. So when I was staying with her, I started first grade there. You know what I'm saying? So um, first grade, it was cool. I was just getting acclimated. My grandma had me want to always get A's and stuff because she would do stuff for me and stuff. When I get all A's, she would just do stuff for me. So I'd be doing whatever I could to get straight A's. You know what I'm saying? I knew multiplication in first grade, division, all that stuff. I was on it early. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause my grandma was a school teacher, she was on my neck. You know what I'm saying? Knew how to spell all kind of words. You know what I'm saying? And second grade come around, and second year I was there. I didn't know they was there already, but they had been there, but they just got a deal. And these dude named Mark and Red, and one of them was in my grandma's classroom. And then one day they was, we was in the classroom. I was in my classroom, and I was walking out. And I'm a nerd little dude at that point. I ain't got no hood in me at all. You know what I'm saying? and and they came in and everybody was chasing them. I'm like, hey, what's going on? And they were like, go Mark, go Red, go Red. And I'm just like, dang, like what is this? You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen nothing like that. Like I said, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I ain't never even seen no hood.
You weren't
shit.
exposed to
I
that.
wasn't exposed to that
Yeah.
yet. Like, I mean, with my mama, we lived in the hood, but I ain't know that was the hood. I thought it was a regular house. You know what I'm saying? Seen bodies outside dead, but I just, certain shit you just think normal because your parents say it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? Police everywhere, looking all in the trash cans and shit. Don't worry about that. It's nothing. So it's nothing. You trust them folk more than anybody. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing. Keep going. Keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man.
So that was your introduction.
That was
to
my introduction then, because I looked at that and I said, damn, I want that. I want, you know what I'm saying, chicks running behind me, you know what I'm saying? And I liked it that it was lit, you know what I'm saying? And by the time I moved back with my mama and this was the hood shit, you know what I'm saying? Tupac was in, you know what I'm saying? And Biggie was in. And I just always had a love for Tupac. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could feel where he was coming from. I was right there in it. You know what I'm saying? I could always feel where he was coming from. I was a little boy feeling that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm coming from the hood. I'm from this shit. I can feel what he's saying.
Mhm.
And everybody else could too. Like, Tupac was like and I ain't gonna lie, Andre and Big Boy, you know what I'm saying? Like, they,
Being from Atlanta.
yeah, like, you hear that all the time. Like, you like, damn, bro, like, I'm that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I just related to that. And I used to dance, you know what I'm saying? Like, to get my little stress off, you know what I'm saying? Or play football, you know what I'm saying? I had little activities I was doing, but none of that shit really worked like rap. You know what I'm saying? When I started rapping and letting that shit off, and I come about that bit like, man, like a therapy session, like I feel better, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I mean, after that, man, like I say, man, once I caught that bug and I knew I could do it, once I got in the studio, knew I could do it. Not when I first got in there. When I first got in there, my music was like the wackest. Man, I'm talking about, shout out to DJ Threat. He was the first one played. DJ Threat was the first one to ever play my song, like the first song I ever made in the studio, and it was the lamest shit ever. That shit sounded like a Nickelodeon commercial. And I wish I would have used it though. I wish I would have did that shit and got a Nickelodeon deal. You feel what I'm saying? But that shit was like, get him, Scrappy, get him. Get that motherfucker. Hey man, you take out the motherfucker, you got something. You feel me? Like, and I'm like, I played it in the hood club. I gave it a threat. And he was like, it's your new shit? I was like, yeah, it's my first shit, bro. Like, cause I used to be around him all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm listening to this shit. He was like, he played it. Man, everybody got up in the club and walked to the other room. Cause it was like, they called it Megaplex. So it had like 3-4 rooms in that bitch. And their room was like one of the chill rooms. And they had like 20 people in there. And all 20 of them folk got up when that song came on. But them folk were like, man, what's going on, man? Like, what the fuck? So that was my first time seeing that, like, being humble, like thinking like you can just make a song and everybody gonna like it. Nah, it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree with y'all, what y'all saying about Scrappy as far as the hurt situation go. But listen, or as far as him being healed. But listen, y'all, a lot of times if you experience mental health problems, issues, you have to go seek help and different things like that. They always tell you that there are certain things that go on in your life that may hit you hard enough to want the help or may hit you hard enough to want the healing. I can't specifically say because I haven't sat down and talked to Scrappy, so I can't specifically say that he hasn't tried multiple outlets in which he could find to get help. And you just never know. Just by sitting here listening to him open up to Carlos King the way he is, something tells me that he has maybe tried and sometimes you don't figure out what the avenue is until later on in your life. Meaning you can go to therapy, you can go to therapy, you can go to therapy. And I just want to be clear too. Sometimes folk can go to therapy and nothing come out of it, right? I I think in this situation and just listening to how vulnerable he is speaking as a heterosexual man, y'all, I, I don't know. Something again just tells me that he hasn't found that avenue. He hasn't found that one thing that would probably help him leap over that space. And that could be frustrating as an adult. And I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all can attest to that. It could be frustrating. I think so too, schoolboy. I can see that too. I can see that too. Thank you, Tracy. Because that's where I was getting at. You can go to therapy, you can get certain things, but sometimes there is a little niche that you just quite sometimes can't find. But I can agree with that. I think that the marriage and the divorce has put him in a total different position. Now we'll get into the rest of it when he get into the diamond conversation, but yeah, I believe him cutting Mama D off. Um, but it's and I want y'all to understand something too. It's not about you just wanting the change. Because you can want the change, the people can give you the resources, you get the resources, but then eh, something changes it along the way. I don't know. Have anybody been ever had to deal with that experience where you done went to therapy, you didn't use the resources, but it's just something there that just quite you just can't quite put your that's what I think it is. I don't think it's him not wanting to do it. I don't think it's him not ever being in a place to do it. I just feel like it's maybe that one thing that might be missing that might help him get over that hump. That's how I feel about it. Um, yeah, it's a lot. That see, that's what I'm saying. It's a lot that he's dealing with. And again, I totally get it because y'all not speaking to nobody who has not been to therapy, who's not currently in therapy, and who has not actually been in a mental facility twice, right? What I'm saying is because I see a lot of y'all saying he has to want it. I don't think that is that he doesn't want it. I think that's the difference in what we're seeing right now. For me, again, it's just my opinion. I do not think that Scrappy doesn't want it. I don't. I don't. Just my opinion.
Really gotta know how to do this shit. This shit really gotta be, you gotta be blessed to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? To put shit together and make an actual song and people be like, oh,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And be moved by it. Like, cause I swear to God, when I first got signed with John, ain't nobody helped me. He didn't play that shit, all that helping and shit.
You did everything by
Yeah,
yourself.
cuz like, you gotta go back in there and do that shit.
Right?
Everything.
Hook.
Like if you go to Trillville side of that shit, man, them folk got people in there doing hooks for them, got singing on it, all kind. I had to do all my own shit. And I'm like, cuz I ain't getting no help, cuz you got Pastor Troy on that shit. You got Cuddy Cartel, rest in peace. You got that person. I had all the hood niggas on my shit. On my side, it was just street niggas. Like, I'm like, I want some pop out, man. I want some stardom on my shit, some star power. You feel what I'm saying? None of that. You know what I'm saying? Get it out the mud. Nigga. So I just look at that and I like the fact that my whole career, even in TV, like I just got it out the mud. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no helping, ain't no, it's just raw. You get it raw, you gonna learn through these mistakes you finna make, through these decisions that you make. You feel what I'm saying? You just gonna learn all that. Ain't nobody right there. It just be, I be the first one to do it every time.
Mm-hmm.
Even like I say with the rap shit, I came in with John.
And you were how old when you signed with Lil Jon?
17.
17.
Yeah. But I already had my own following though. You know what I'm saying? For 2 years before that even happened. I went to boot camp, got out.
Something else to keep in mind too. Not only did he have to deal with Mama D, but he also had to deal with the pressures of being in hip hop around the time that he was also coming up in hip hop. And y'all, that's something right there in itself too.
started to hit the street, had that shit going, boom, boom, boom. We some head busts. I had that shit going. Just if John wasn't even on it. It was just me.
His bus is all you?
Yeah. Well, I'm putting it like this. I got it from the homies, the big homies.
Yeah.
That I was it. I used to run to the club with all the time. You know what I'm saying? LT Drama, Pooh Baby. You know what I'm saying? Just you know what I'm saying? Everybody that was back then on the east side, man, we was just run through the club talking about we some head busters. And then anybody get wrong, anybody feel like they felt disrespected, we feel like we need to fight about it then. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and I'm this big, this skinny. You know what I'm saying? I'm just in there fighting with everybody like, hey man, it was like, that was like the highlight of my life right there. You know what I'm saying? But it was just, that's what crunk come from me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how we used to be in the club. Lil Jon, come on. 666 Mafia, come on. We end up throwing bowls. We end up fighting. We throwing people out the window. Like, we done did some crazy. We had some crazy fights, bro. I'm talking about glass window. Me and my cousin on them took it, going straight out the window, cuz. I'm in high school. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm in high school, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Doing like real grown man bar fight type shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why when I really got acclimated to actually being like, okay, this is what I'm really finna be this. Like, I've been working on it since I was a little boy. Now I'm here. I just got signed to Lil Jon. He never really, and anybody can ask John, he never had to do nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always, like, we was all on tour. We went on tour. He was finna go on tour. And we was down in Albany, wherever, Georgia State University, whatever that is. I mean, Georgia State. Whatever, the Bulldogs, Georgia Bulldogs.
Yeah, Georgia Bulldogs, yeah.
Yeah, we was down there. We did their homecoming.
So Athens, I think.
Athens, okay.
Yeah.
So we down there. We did, this is our first time doing a show with John. We signed to him, but this is our first time doing a show with him. He wanted us to do a show because we already had the whole state of Georgia. And I had the whole South knowing head busters. But Trivia just came in with Never Ever. And I had just got on it. You know what I'm saying? Because they already had it without me and John on it. John said, nah, put Scrappy on there. So he put me on there. Don P and Lil Jon did the beat again. And that shit went up. We down there in Athens. And it was like the first big concert I have ever done where it's just, you can't even see as far as it go. Like, it's just people. And I did my song. And everybody they knew it. They was just doing the head busters. Punch your hand with your feet, and they were just doing that shit. And I was just like, I was rocking, but I was like, wow. Like, it was just, and they were saying the words and shit. I'm like, how they know the words? Like, and then Trivia did they shit, and I was on it. They knew the word, and I'm like, man, this shit crazy, bro. Like, then we go to the after party with them. Like, like, for real, this all our first time, like getting some kind of recognition or anything. Like, people looking at us like, oh, like this, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? Like, oh, know me yet? You know what I'm saying? Like, guess them flyers did come in handy, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And like I said, skip forward where I was at. It like, man, that night we got into a fight in Georgia State. We got into a fight with some folk. We get back on the bus. Man, Trivia, everybody that with them, they like, oh, we finna go back to the, hey, man, it's a party going on. We got down, okay, they call it party though. And I was just thinking, we on the tour bus with John, like, and God just put it on my spirit. He was like, first I had that spark because I just did a big ass concert show. I only did club shows, you know what I'm saying? Like hood club shows. So this is like a dream come true that I just did. I'm right there with John, and this is his crowd. And they know my shit, and it was just big. Like, I had a bug in me then. Like, I was like, I gotta.
Truth be told, if we're gonna be honest, they all need to be in separate therapy. If we're gonna be honest about it, all of them, Bambi, Mama D, Scrappy, they all need to be in their own separate therapy. And then hopefully the children is getting something too, because they all gonna need it. They all, including what's his oldest daughter name? Imani, ain't that her name? Including her too. If we're gonna be honest about it, everybody need to be in therapy. Okay, that's just period, point blank. And the way I feel, everybody should go to therapy, but it doesn't always mean. Again, I see something different in Scrappy, y'all. I do. I do. This sit down. I think at this time in his life, somebody said in the comments that he seemed much calmer now, or he seems much more not so elevated. But that's sometimes that what peace can do to you. I'm just saying, you get rid of your wife. Lord forgive me, but you get rid of your wife sometime, and the peace come. Peace be still. Okay, let's go.
Have some more there. So while they were talking and everybody, they were getting all the buzz finna go home and shit back to Atlanta. I said, hey, you know what I'm saying, John, like, and I don't even know how I had the courage to even say this shit. Like, but I said it, like, I was like, hey man, listen,
And
man,
I,
like,
by the way, y'all,
I really love to go on
as
the road.
cliche as it sounds, therapy isn't for everybody too. As cliche as that sounds, speak to your therapist. Your therapist should tell you that, and look it up. Okay, let's go.
Bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, I do whatever, man. I carry bags, you know what I'm saying? I say, you ain't got to buy me no food. I hustle for my own money, and I get my own food. I change clothes, wash my clothes every city we go to. I wear the same thing. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need this shit, bro. Like, I ain't going home to no big house. Like, I ain't got it. Like, you know, my mama ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she ain't sell drugs no more. You know, we stay in a little bit of house on Section 8. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bro, like, you know what I mean? Man, I'd rather be doing something constructive, because if I go there, man, I ain't gonna be doing shit. Like, but some shit, stealing cars, you know what I'm saying, selling weed or some shit.
Because you got to taste them, and that's the thing. Because the thing that I know personally
That's
is
it, PM2
once you're
Ross.
exposed to something, there's no coming back for it, because now you see it, it's tangible,
Yeah.
and that's how you're able to get out the hood and make something of yourself, because you've been exposed to the possibilities
Yeah.
of what life can be. Here you are, you did local, clubs here and there in Georgia. You're now doing stadium. So I get it was that taste, because you were like,
Yes.
I can't. After
I can't go
You
back.
can't go back. I can't go back to Atlanta after being exposed to a
Yeah, and
stadium.
he finna go do another one. I'm like, for real? I'm like, man, hell. And I looked at my manager at the time. I was like, bro. He said, you for real? I was like, yeah. He was like, where your manager? I said, he right there. He was like, let's go. I was like, oh shit, for real? He was like, yeah, go ahead. I was like, damn, nigga. Like, fucking got me a bump in the back, cuz. Rolled over in that bit, nigga. I slept comfortable the whole way. I was like, I made it. Just then I made it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
you made it. Listen, I would say this, for every black boy who grew up in the hood, we all have that moment where we know we made it.
Yeah.
So for you, being on a tour bus with Little John,
Yeah.
arguably at that time,
and the East Side Boys.
and the East Side Boys,
Yeah,
like top hip hop trap artist,
Man,
crunk in the world.
in the world at that time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, like, he was like, if you was around John, it was nothing to say. Like, they ain't have to say nothing. Like, oh, you on, you good. That's all he would tell me. E40, anybody I ever came in contact with, they were like, oh, you with John, you straight. You know what I'm saying? It was just over, it was just nothing need to be said. You know what I'm saying? I respect that, you know what I'm saying, that he took his time out, because he really didn't want to do it at first. You know what I'm saying? He was like Barry Gordy. He was like, I don't no kids, man. Like, he was like, I ain't with that shit. You know what I'm saying? But he started fucking with me, you know what I'm saying? And I remember him telling me, he like, you know why I like you, little bro? He was like, because you being when the engineer walk in, and you walking out with the engineer in the morning when it's daylight. He was like, that shit is just like, he said, I don't even do that. You know what I mean? But I just be wanting to get it done. I remember just wanting to, because like I said, I ain't had no help. You know what I'm saying? I had to, but we still had to put an album out. And this was my first time. I got my chance. You know what I'm saying? That shit you hear. Everybody else be knocked out, sleep, on drugs and shit. I wasn't on drugs yet. I ain't even had tried one yet. You feel? I'm just on weed and
focused.
I'm just on weed and water at the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm in that bit going crazy. And nigga, I just always felt like, shit limited, man. You know what I'm saying? Time limited. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody giving you nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I always thought somebody was gonna take that shit back or something, like it was a, you know what I'm saying? Like how dreams do, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the good dreams. You know what I'm saying? Why the motherfuckers don't never happen though? You know what I'm saying? But them bad dreams, they end up happening sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Either to you or somebody you know. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, like this shit, somebody try to take this shit. So I stayed in the studio like, he ain't gonna look at me like I ain't no work. I be in this bitch, I be going hard. Like, and the quality of music that I was making, it was on point. You know what I'm saying? He was telling me once I got in there and I was going, he was like, now you going, you got it. I was like, yeah.
No, you was going, and listen, you went far with it. Listen, my favorite Scrappy song is "Money in the Bank."
I appreciate it. That's after I done been out for a long time.
I'm just saying, that's the one I still.
That's grown up. That's grown man.
That's the one. I rich man. Okay. No, that's the one that I.
Yeah.
Will bow down to.
That's when I had got to deal with 50 Cent, and I was a part of G Unit, and it was like a G Unit, BME, Lil Jon, 50 collaboration. I even got my first produced beat by Eminem. You know what I'm saying? That was great working with him and 50 and all them folk, man. Like, like after them, I work, and I'm gonna tell you, like, with 50, I'll always give a shout out to 50. I always would say, like, he ain't never got to help me no more in his life. You know what I'm saying? He never got to look back. Cause people like, bro, you know 50, bro. Like, what's up with the power move, bro? And I be like, bro, like, that man already did what he need to do for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't no beggar. You know what I'm saying? I get mine how the good Lord give it to me. Like, if that ain't in my plan, just cause you look like something don't mean you supposed to be somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, if it ain't happening, it ain't happening. You feel what I'm saying? If I supposed to be there, then I'll be there.
What was the one thing he did for you that you're forever grateful for?
Oh man, he took me in, put me on G on it. You know what I'm saying? When it was at its peak. You know what I'm saying? And let me travel with him. He took me to Australia with him. I never would have been to Australia. You know what I'm saying? He told me straight up. He was like, I'm gonna tell M to put John on his anger management tour, and I'm gonna talk to him. We're gonna do this deal. I was like, for real? And I'm talking about them motherfuckers went through like all the way through paying us and everything. Like did everything and still like was trying to do the deal. He came out one day after one of the shows because he went on before Eminem, of course, and we went on before him. And man, when I tell you, he get out, 50 get off stage, it'd be 100 people right there with him, like everybody working, everybody doing something. They go and lock in on him, and because as soon as he get off stage, the work start again for them. You know what I'm saying? 50 was like, he said, Scrap energy is like unmatched. Ain't nobody got that. You know what I'm saying? The way he shine, the way he glow, nobody got that. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, with your energy that you got and the fame and the stuff that you got and the stuff that I got, I think we can make Scrap the biggest name in hip hop. When he said that, I was just like, wow, for real? Like, you look at me like that, bro? Like, because I ain't look at myself like that. You feel what I'm saying? I was like, damn, for real? And then he even told me just sitting there, he was like, bro, you can, like, you got all the shit. Like, you got the look, you can rap, the bitches like you know what I'm saying? Like, you good. Like, what the fuck is wrong? I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? That man took me in his house, man, gave me a whole wing of his house. He said, you gonna stay over here. You know what I'm saying? That Mike Tyson house. He said, you stay over here. You know what I'm saying? On this side. I just appreciate him for that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate Shaka and Luda. You know what I'm saying? Jeff.
Well, Scrap, the thing is this. You have this is why I'm happy we're talking about this, because you have some of the legends giving you your props. Lil Jon, 50, Luda. Like, these are people who are, till this day, at the top of their game in their respective ways. Do you feel like you don't get the recognition that you deserve in this hip hop game?
Oh yeah, but it come from how you come in though. That's the only reason. If I would have came in and they would have did for me what they were doing for the new people, like at that point when I came in, if you knew, you ain't getting no awards. You know what I'm saying? You got to work for that. You know, that's where it was at. Then there were everybody at the top. That was the people that was over these networks and stuff and these award shows, and that was over selling and all that. Like, you're not getting nothing. We need to see what you got first. You need to be here for a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? You need to sell a few records. You know what I'm saying? Now you ain't got to sell a record. As long as your song hot and you lit, you can get an award that year. You know what I'm saying?
With a 2-minute song with no
with
bridge,
a 2-minute song
and no
with
chorus.
no bridge and no chorus, you can get a, you know. And I don't hate it. I feel like it open up doors for us because it make it easy for us. Like, I can go in there and make, like I say, I done tap back into the rap shit, so my shit working again. You know what I'm saying? So it like, I'm cool. I got artists and everything. So it's like, when I came in, I had to work for it. You could have a hit record and they still wouldn't give a fuck. Like, okay, that's what's up.
Make another one.
Make another one. You know what I'm saying? And now they be like, oh, we got to jump on it right now so we can get the money that we can get off this record. And you know, they don't give a fuck about the artist. Like, they gonna give you $2 million, $3 million to pay for your life. Cause they gonna pay. They gonna take that name from you. Whatever nickname you got, that's theirs now. You know what I'm saying? That publishing that you thought you owned, that's theirs. That streaming money, they get the majority of it. And it's something else, merch. They gonna get that. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna, and then once they're done with you, whenever they finally get done with you, and they be like, oh, he been sitting over here, we forgot about him. Like, let him go. You can't even use that name no more. You feel what I'm saying?
Because they own it.
Because they own it. They can sell your name. Sell it to a whole nother artist, and that artist be you. You feel what I'm saying?
That's how it works.
I mean, look at the game. Look how the game works. Look how Juvenile did. Whoa there, what's up? Whoa there, whoa there, what's up? Light it up in this motherfucker, and then Lil Wayne come back and do the same song and put it out. Cause baby them own the song. They own that song. You know what I mean? So they can do it how they want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Use the whole hook they
That's
want.
why
Like,
gospel artists don't make
that's how the game works. You know what I'm saying? But these big motherfuckers, they'll give you 3-4 million because you a kid. You don't know no better. Like, you just trying to get money. You want money. You want monions. You trying to be out here like you just want to flex. You want big. You want everything now.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give it to you now, and I'm gonna get everything later, because the later money is what really counts. You know what I'm saying?
Were you able to accumulate millions in your reign during that time?
I done touched a mill. I done touched a couple. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it slowed down, and it like, God ain't never just left me like fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't never just, I don't know why. Like, I know why I'm favorite. Like, but I look at some people and I'm like, I never had to go through that part. Like,
you never had you God has blessed you to where you never been dirt broke.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been broke, but I ain't never been dirt broke.
Right.
Like, well, I have been dirt broke. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying not since you've been.
No, I mean, since I've been Lil Scrappy, I've been
Okay.
dirt broke. You know what I'm saying? And Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done been to where before I was on Love and Hip Hop, motherfucker, like, Shawty Low, rest in peace. Shawty Low, or that Young Jock. What that boy name me? I know he do something, and I was just like, bitch. Nigga, my name's Scrappy. Scrappy, that head name. Why you used to goddamn, used to, motherfucker. You know what I mean? And as soon as I got on Love and Hip Hop, man, that shit changed. You know what I'm saying? That shit changed like a whole nother, it was a whole nother situation, cuz, you feel me? For real, it changed.
No, and I was right there with you. So let's talk about Love and Hip Hop because, you know, I was assigned to be the co-EP of season 1, and Mona and Stephanie were responsible for the creative and the casting. And they were excited about Atlanta because they were like, New York is great. We got Jim Jones, Chrissy, you know.
But that wasn't even on no more.
Well, that was the thing. So that show wrapped, I think it's like second season or something. And then they were excited.
It was like 2 years later. Like,
yeah. I remember talking to them.
I'm gonna tell you what happened because I was with Diamond then. When Jim Jones was on TV and she hit me, she was like, "You'll do that shit." And the mouth she had, I was like, "Man, hell no, you got me fucked up." I've been had to goddamn throw your ass goddamn through the wall somewhere, cuz. Where you be talking to you and talk like that on TV? Like, I was like, "Hell no, I'm cool, cuz." Cause like, I ain't finna go for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm rapping because I'm cold-hearted. I'm just not cold-hearted, wholehearted rapper then. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing other little shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I can't go on TV anyway. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, "Yeah, you right." But then, like, man, like, as soon as we got up and we weren't together no more, that's when Mona hit me because she was trying to get that. She wanted that. You know what I'm saying? She was trying to capture that Scrappy Diamond Soldier Boy shit. And I was like, nah, I ain't Shawty. Like, I'd never do nothing with Shawty. Like, she was like, well, who would you do something with? Who would it be?
I'm sorry. His Mona voice took me out. Okay. I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying? You know that godmother voice. You feel me?
That's what I'm laughing.
And I was like, if it's anybody, it have to be my daughter mama. You know what I'm saying? My baby mama. And then she did like this. She said, "Oh, I already got her up," and she did like that. I said, "I just told you that's not her." She pointed at Diamond. She was like, "Oh, that's not true." I was like, "I just told you that." He was like, "Oh, I thought," and I was like, "Nah." And I did her name and shit, and she pulled it up. She was like, "Oh, she's beautiful." Erica Dixon, you know what I mean? She was like, "She's beautiful." She was like, I mean, like, I'm not saying it's a goal that we're gonna use you and all, but that's who you would do it with. I was like, yeah. And I was like, if it would be anybody, it'd be, you know, my daughter's mom, because, you know, I need, you know, if anything happened to me, she gonna take care of my daughter.
Oh, she wanted you.
She was like, she said, "You know who else?" She said, "Do you have like a sister or anything that?" I said, I put my mama on that shit too, cause my mama like, she crazy. I don't know. She was like, "Scrappy, you know, I remember your mama. Where is she?" Cause you know, Mona used to manage me with Chris Lighting and Lori Dobbins. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. I was on Violator. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So, cuz like, yeah, where's your mama? I remember her. Like, she used to come through the office. Like, mom used to go through the office. Like, how she be now? Like, lit as fuck. So they remember. She like, I remember where she at. And she played her radio interview after the Diamond and Soldier Boy shit. And she was like, "I need that on my show." I was like, well, I was like, call her right now. Like, call my mom came right up there. I was like, "What's up?" I'm talking about, I was like, "I just called you." Mom dude came through. We pulled that shit out, man. Like, I think that's the best thing God ever told me to do after rap. You know what I'm saying? That was because when they came, after the meeting I had with Mona, like, I went back to Erica and I was asking, I was like, "You think this shit? You think we need to do this shit?" And she was like, but Erica was like a real hardworking woman.
Oh, no, she had a 9 to 5.
She had the coding. She was the medical. It was
medical
the medical
decoder or something.
Yeah, medical billing and decoding and shit. I was like,
a real job.
It was a real job. I used to take her to pick her up, and she did. You know, we had a real situation going on, man. And she got into that life, man. Like, I brung into it, man. I brung into it.
And look where we are now.
Look where we at. I'm talking about, man. My man, Erica, man. Like, and don't even get mad. Like, she was not like the flashy girl, like how you see her now. Like, she wasn't like that. Like, she was really like
she was girl next door.
Like,
normal,
fine, beautiful, like country. Feel me?
Yeah.
Like,
no, I told her. I remember, and I'm gonna get back to that in a second. But I remember after the first season aired, You told me and Shantae, the producer, you said,
Shantae, what's up? I miss
Yeah,
Shantae.
no,
I miss my Shantae.
yeah, no, Shantae was a Scrappy whisperer.
Yeah.
But you told us, you was like, Los, my baby mama fine. I'm like, she's beautiful. You was like,
Nah,
Los, like
she fine.
look, like it's a different fine. I'm
Yeah,
like,
Shawty got a different fine
you
on her,
said,
man.
no, Los, baby mama used to be like this.
No, I'm telling you, because I remember y'all came and told me, I don't know who it was. You was like, what do she need? And I was just like, man, for real, my baby mama need a whole makeover. Like, y'all just need to just do something, like, just have like a whole. And I was like, damn, okay. And they did that shit. I'm talking about they had picked out her clothes and did her hair, did her makeup and stuff. And she didn't even need makeup. She one of the women that didn't even need no makeup. You know what I'm saying? And once they did that, and she went from Erica to Erika, you feel me? Like, Erika got up. I'm like,
I got a sister named Erica. I'm gonna call her Erika. Hey, Erika. I'll wait till she get that wig done. I'm be like, Erika. I like Scrap. That's funny.
You didn't recognize her no more.
I'm like, man, what's up? Like, what's going on with you? Cuz wouldn't talk to me the same no more. I'm like, man, we're good. Cuz I thought we was straight. Like, cuz was like, hey, man, hit my manager, man. Hit your manager. Like, hit his Scrap. You know what I mean? Like,
You know, Erica definitely got. Listen, Erica is arguably, and I said this to her. Erica's one of the most beautiful women on television. Is a natural beauty.
Yeah.
But before that, obviously, you were in a very public relationship with Diamond.
Yeah.
You know, before we had like Uzi and JT, Young Miami, Puff, even Jay-Z and B. It was
even Lil Baby and Jada, because you know,
right, Lil Baby and
like
Jada
to say that all the time. She
Oh,
was
that
like,
y'all were the.
She was like, we was before that. We made everybody, you know, and even before Kurt and Rashida would even claim each other. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We had that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? We held that throne, cuz.
Y'all were hip hop's power couple. Yeah. Would you say that Diamond was your first love?
I ain't gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause my first love was with Erica, but I'm gonna tell you, Diamond, I learned what love was. You feel me? Like, I learned what pain was. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I tell all the time, like, I remember that shit. Like, don't think I forgot about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember what you did to me. You know what I'm saying? But then she like to come back and be like, hey, you was a whole hoe out shit. You know what I'm saying?
Were you in pain because she cheated on you with Soulja Boy?
Yeah.
And at the time, because I know there's code in the streets and there's code in the game. Don't mess with mine. That's mine.
Yeah.
It's like the whole like fake Biggie Pac.
Yeah,
Like, don't mess with mine.
Yeah.
Were you and Soulja Boy friends or cool?
I had just put him on my remix to a song called That's Her. You know what I'm saying? And I came downstairs one day cause I had bought a house for us and everything.
You bought a house for you and Diamond?
Yeah, and my daughter. Like, it was me, her, and my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Imani, yeah. And I came downstairs and her computer was open. I walked by, I'm like,
computer.
Oh, you know Soulja Boy? Like, you know what I'm saying? Cause
computer.
He was like one of the niggas that it was in her Facebook and shit. She was like, oh yeah, he cool. Yeah, you know, he be on the too. Cause they was on the Scream tour and shit. You know what I'm saying? He was on there too. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't take it as nothing. I was just like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? And what was crazy, when that shit happened and we broke up, and then while we broke up, that's when I started talking to Bam. You know what I'm saying? Like, I started talking to Bam then, like talking to her and shit.
Like this is 2000.
Yeah, that was the crazy part. Like, I was talking to her, and then we was like, me and Charlotte was on our little breakup shit, and Cuz came to the house and everything. The house me and Diamond stayed in and everything. It was weird. You know what I'm saying? It was weird. But
how did you find out Diamond cheated on you?
Somebody hit me on Twitter. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was how you know the world's small and people. This was when social media, Twitter was just like thriving, like the top of the chart. You know what I'm saying? And a girl hit my DM on Twitter and was like, "Hey, you know where your girl at?" I was like, "Yeah." You know what I mean? And the motherfucker. Well, this what happened first. I had my little people with me around me. Like, I had some young chicks around me that was like my play nieces and nephew. My play nieces, and they hit me like, they were like, you be on Twitter and shit. At that time, I was on it, but I wasn't on social media like that. I was on some real shit. I was extra real, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, nah, what's up? It was like, man, your girl talking about, your girl and Soulja Boy talking about they love each other and shit on Twitter and shit. I was like, what? And they sent me the picture. I was like, wow. So I had hit her. She was out of town. She wouldn't answer. I was like, damn. So she would never answer. And she come back one day. I'm like, what's up, girl? You ain't hit me back all weekend, girl. What's up? Girl was like, oh, no, you know, I just, you know what I'm saying? I just, you know what I'm saying? Basically, she was saying she young, you know what I'm saying? Because she younger than me, you know what I'm saying? And she was just having fun, you know what I'm saying? I kind of wild out, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't asked her about the Soulja Boy shit yet, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, yeah, I'm like, hey, though, but look, though, what's up with this Soulja Boy shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? He love you, and you saying, oh, the thing, he was like, man, I love Diamond ATL, like that. And she was like, oh, I love you too. I'm like, that sound like you talking to me. And when I asked about it, she was like, nah, he a little boy. Like, he young. Like, I was just like, oh, like, oh, I love you too. Like, and my dumb ass went for it. I took it. I was like, yeah, cool. You feel me? Like,
I'm in love.
yeah, I'm in love. You know what I'm saying? Always. That's always my shit. I'm in love. You feel me? But look, once that shit happened, man, that was the first time, like, ever, like, I used to sleep late and I started waking up early. I ain't been back since. I was like, I wake up early. Ever since then, I just wake up early. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what happened. I know it come from, I had a lot of anxiety then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy because every time, like, this was before Love and Hip Hop, bro. This was before Love and Hip Hop. I'm waking up, I'm on every blog in the world. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the radio, like, my mama going off. Everything is happening. I'm like, I'm a rapper. I don't go through this type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Was that your first like heartbreak? Like your heart was broken?
yes, bro. Like, that was my first heartbreak in the world, and I thought I knew what a heartbreak was because Erica them would suplex me a couple times. You know what I'm saying? And it was nothing like that. It was nothing like that. It was, man. Like, I mean, she made Erica look like an angel. You feel me? Like, I was just like, damn, cuz, like, you don't get a back like that. And then, I mean, I actually made a song and a video about the shit. It was called No Love, and it's still on my list right now. It's one of my top songs.
Did you and Soulja Boy ever have a man-to-man conversation?
Not about that, but we chopped it up. You know what I'm saying? We chopped it up, and it was crazy because then I was with Erica, right? You know what I'm saying? I was with Erica at the time when I seen he had got dropped from a label or he got off a label or something, and I was like, wow. I said some subliminal shit. And I was like, wow, I ain't no dude got dropped from a label like that. And so he came back on there, light my ass up, like, why you broke it? And then I came back. I was already ready to go with him. Like, I'm like, fuck location, where we at? Like, we was just going back and forth. And get what? Bam, hit me. She was like, quit doing that shit.
Bam.
Bam, hit me. She was like, quit doing that shit. She was like, that's a little boy. You ain't gonna get no stripes. But stealing on Soulja Boy, squad fighting with Soulja Boy. And it's gonna look like you hate, like you mad. I was like, I am mad. And this is the first time I'm definitely a hater. Yeah, definitely. I don't give a fuck. I'm mad. You feel what I'm saying? And we was on Love and Hip Hop. I was with Erica. You know what I'm saying? And bam, it was crazy because like everybody, all these women, man, like they done did stuff to me. You know what I'm saying? That made me react in a way that made them want to not fuck me no more. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I ain't gonna say like I'm gonna put it like this: Diamond and Erica got the worst of Scrappy. Diamond and Erica got young Scrappy. Like this. Young, cause it was just wilder. You know what I'm saying? You know, I've seen plenty of tonsils. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's just,
Wow.
you know what I'm saying? Them folks had to go through that. You know what I'm saying? Them folks had to go through, you know, the real text message, like chirp phone with Erica, cuz, and a bitch hit me on the chirp like, hey, I'm like, oh shit, like I'm laying down, like, oh, like, what going on? You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Dime used to like see goddamn whole thread of text message, like I just spent the bitch, like this was over there earlier, you know.
And that's why she felt justified because
Yeah.
obviously you weren't faithful throughout your relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it like we weren't faithful. Like that's why I ain't get it. It's like we weren't. Like it's not just me. We weren't. And, you know, they weren't just Soulja Boy. You know what I'm saying? Come on, cuz. Like I ain't just. Come on. It ain't just. You know, I'm gonna put it like this, man. Like when it get to the Diamond situation, I feel like I say, her and Erica got it the worst. Cause I was on my shit. I was Debo. You feel what I'm saying? Living it up. You dig what I'm saying? I was gonna have it. It was nothing. Even now when I think about it, it was nothing that I could even go back and tell him and be like, bro, chill, bro. Like you gonna hold shit up. Like, girl was like, no, fuck it all. Especially when motherfuckers ain't even keeping it real with me. Like, why I gotta be the one? You know what I'm saying? The nice guy. Like, these motherfuckers doing shit too. They getting niggas numbers. They out there talking, and people and women think you ain't doing it. You know, women think we don't know that shit, but I know that shit. Like, I got sisters, I got homegirls. I got a whole deceitful ass mama. Like, you feel me? Like, my mama, like, hey, cuz, I done seen my mama telling nigga, like, straight up, she pregnant with her baby, cuz. And, like, I came in the house one day. It was long way before Ernest, right?
Okay, wait a minute. Gabby, you said that church phone used to get you in trouble. Let me Google what is a church phone. I ain't never heard of that. Hold on. What's a church phone? Uh okay, I remember that. I remember this. Baby, I remember when I remember I remember when Sprint came out with their okay, let me play this again. Oh wait, I remember when Sprint had theirs, boy. You couldn't tell folks nothing. Okay.
came in the house one day from school, and seen a note on the bed, like a letter, a big like letter written and shit. And I'm like, I read it and shit. I'm like, man, Mom Duke cold, like, but I read and I thought it was for real. So I'm like, oh shit, Mom Duke's in the hospital. Like I'm like, shit, like I'm calling my grandma. I'm like, you talk to mama, you talk to my mama, like, man, she done told him, man, like, she was pregnant. She done got down, deleted the baby, like, she ain't with him no more. Like, she would appreciate he just get his shit and get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow, cuz. Like, my mom was.
So that was your introduction to knowing that women aren't as innocent as they proclaim.
Hell yeah. Like, I'm telling you, like, man, just with the being married to one, bro, just being married to one and the lies that was told to me that catch me later on, or I felt funny feelings about, but I heard about, I got the real shit later on. You know, after you stop fucking somebody, the truth come in. You know what I'm saying? So like after all that, cuz like, and even then when I was with Shawty, like when I was married, it was just like I say, it was questionable shit going on. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I looked at it and I'm like, a text message, man, you that mad, cuz? To where 2 days later, like you just go file for divorce. You know what I'm saying? I was like, wow, that's interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like, but how I look at it is, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy, bro. This is the crazy part about it, bro. Because I want to get deep with you.
Go
I want to
ahead.
get deep with Carla. Because this is just my people's right
Go
here.
ahead, man.
When you can go and read somebody's thoughts about you and they not there to stop you from reading it, you like, wow, bro, like for real? That's how you feel about me, girl? Like, yeah. Okay, cool. And you can't really tell them you went through that. You read it because you ain't supposed to be reading it. You feel me? You like,
You
wow.
go through her phone,
Not a phone. You know
a
what I'm saying?
diary.
Something like that. You feel me?
Bambi's?
And I ain't gonna even lie. I feel like it was some bitch shit to do on my end. I feel like it was like as a man, you ain't supposed to do that shit. Regardless, you ain't supposed to go through no phone. You ain't supposed to go through no diary. You ain't supposed to do none of that. But I felt like I was like, it's crazy because I treat this woman right. Like I'm not around here just out here like that. I'm not doing no crazy shit like that. So the way she on my head like that, my heel like that, like what going on? Like what is going on? Cause like you got a whole like it's bitches out there that be like this nigga is lame as fuck because like he just come in the club and they don't with us and none of that shit. Now I do, of course. You know what I'm saying? You see the difference now. But I'm like, even for her not even see the difference now, like that shit is crazy to me. Like that shit is crazy. That shit is crazy, bro. Like for you to be there with somebody, bro, laying there with them, bro, and be there with them every day, and they still look at you like you doing something. You like, I've been here with you the whole time. Fuck?
Was that happening in your marriage with Bambi?
What you mean?
Like being with her and she feeling like you're out there doing something?
Yes, the whole time. I'm like, I could be going to the stores, not the stay don't say that petty, but I could be going to the studio session. I could be going to Miami. I love going to Miami to get stress off. You know what I'm saying? And I get like it's certain places in the world that I know it's easy to I can get my money up. You know what I'm saying? So Miami one of them places for me. You know what I'm saying? And she would just get mad because certain people would live there, but I'm like, I ain't.
Your exes would live there.
Yeah, live there, or be down there, or something like that. But I'm like, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Let me live my life, cause it ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel it though. I feel on the same tip because I would kind of feel a certain kind of way too. But I have to have some proof, like to really like fuck you about it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you married to somebody, man, obviously y'all gonna be together for a long time. So you might want to like hold off of certain shit. You might don't want to say everything you think or you're feeling. You know what I'm saying? You might want to. You got time. You know what I'm saying? Like everything you hear, you don't want to like. Don't believe everything you hear. Like if a motherfucker sitting right there next to you with you every day, and y'all laughing together every day, y'all loving on each other, y'all arguing, y'all together every day, and then all of a sudden this man go do his job, what he been doing before he got married, or he been doing before he even met you. You know what I'm saying? His dream and goals. Now it's like some shit going on. Now it's like, oh, what's going on? Like, I'm like, come going through a show. Like, just imagine that shit. Like, I used to be scared to even post my shows, bro. Like
Was Bambi jealous of your success, your career?
that's what some people say. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? For real, because I ain't never had that conversation, and I don't think she would tell me. What person gonna say, yeah, I'm jealous of you? You know what I'm saying? Like, but it just always something, bro. Like, it's crazy that it was like, and I done told Sierra, I done told Erica these things. They didn't give a fuck about my pain. Like when I told them folk, like what I had to go through with her, they just looked at her side. Like, and I'm just like, that
That's
shit is
how it be.
crazy. Like
That's
that you
how
don't
it
give
be
a fuck
though,
what she
Scrap.
did to me
That's
or
how
what
it
I had to go
be.
through, but it's all right for y'all to just take up for her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not, it ain't right. It ain't right at all. Like, cause niggas don't even take up for niggas that's deadbeats and that beat on they woman and shit. Like I don't fuck with that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with niggas that don't take care of their kid. You know what I'm saying? I don't be fucking with that shit. You know what I'm saying? But them women, bro, they fuck with a dirty, rotten person and stand up for them just cause she a woman. And just cause she done been through some pain. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like I've never seen this lady. I ain't gonna say this lady, because we already done been through that. I ain't never seen my ex-wife say nothing good about me on TV.
Ever.
On TV.
On TV.
Unless she's trying to defend me against another woman because the woman is saying something about me that make her look bad. You know what I'm saying? To make it like, why you saying that to me? You know what I'm saying? That's how he act. Like you with that shit. So she got to stand up. Oh no, he's a good dude. He's a good father. But now when it's your turn, you say the same thing. How is it? You should have known that from my first baby then. You know what I'm saying? Like that would have told you right there. But that's what dragged the women in because I'm a good father. They look at that and they be like, if I have a baby with him, then he ain't gonna be no sucker. He gonna take care of his kid. They like that shit. I be hearing it all the time. And I be seeing shit. I ain't know, like now that I'm outside that shit, I see what it is now. I see what it is. I even told her, I said, oh, you got me because I'm a good nigga. That's why you fuck me. I ain't one of them, you know what I'm saying? I'm from the street, but I ain't no street. So by me being that, a woman would look at that and be like, I ain't gonna have to go through too much with him. You know what I'm saying? Like I can kind of like I can have a good life. You know what I'm saying? I can go through some shit, but nigga ain't gonna beat on me. Nigga ain't gonna be goddamn. Ain't gonna be no shootouts nowhere. And if it be some shootouts, cuz it's defending itself. You know what I'm saying? Like that type shit.
Do you think Bambi ever really loved you? My exclusive part 2.
All right. So we just listened to the whole part 1 of this interview. I disagree with you, Andre. I do disagree with you on that. But what I will say, Tracy, I also disagree with the fact that he's not saying that he's discounting her pain or discounting the pain. What he's saying is it's so quick and easy for her friends and for everybody that's around her to rally around her as if she's the innocent one in the marriage, that she hasn't done anything to help break down the marriage. Because I don't care what y'all say, I really get tired of the fact, and I've said this time and time again, especially not this past episode of Love and Hip Hop, but the episode before that. One thing I can't stand for people to do, I don't like that y'all like to put everything on the man. Scrappy is just an old no good person, but Bambi is so innocent. How? How? It takes two to tango. It takes two to tango. And I feel like at the end of the day, based off of what he's saying here, Bambi has tried to paint this picture to make it look like one specific way. But in reality, when we look at it, does it really have to be that way? Come on now. Come on now. Bambi is not innocent by far. She's friends with, look who she's friends with. Bambi is not by far innocent. And I really just, it really kind of irks me to hear when people get a divorce. We always want to blame it on either most of the time it's being blamed on the man. But come on, and I get it. Scrappy has shown a pattern, but I don't believe that Bambi is innocent. And I'm gonna also say this too, and I'm gonna have to see some proof. I mean, some stern receipts. Okay. Another thing I do not believe is that Scrappy is not taking care of his children, and I do not believe that Scrappy would sacrifice his children out here to really not have a roof over their head because of somebody like Bambi. I don't know, y'all. Again, I'm gonna have to see part two. But I don't believe Bambi is innocent. And I do believe that it is a possibility. And women, y'all know exactly how y'all get down. Okay. Come on now. We're gonna let's speak truth. Let's speak truth. Women, y'all know exactly how y'all get down. So we can't. I just do not. It grinds my intestines to hear people want to put so much on one person when, again, it takes two to tango. It took two to marry. It takes two to divorce. Now, again, do I think that Scrappy could have gotten petty along the way? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not taking that away at all. I am not taking that away at all. But I also think too, if we're gonna analyze Scrappy, let's analyze Bambi. Let Bambi get up here and do an interview and tell her whole truth. Because the little piece of an interview that we did see her do, she's still lying. So I mean, what is like I really gotta like what is it? I don't know what it is, but I really it just really grinds my gears. It grinds my intestines to want us to down a man so bad without listening to the fact that it's two personalities. It's not just one, it's two. And also too, I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. If you in your lifetime are saying that you are innocent in your marriage and your marriage has broken down or whatever the case may be, please stop. Take some accountability for where your relationship is because it takes two people, not just one. I get it. I'm not talking about people who abuse or people who do. I'm not talking about that, right? Because that is grounds for you leaving somebody. Not talking about that. But I'm talking about when you've been married and literally you're trying to work this thing out, but both of y'all are putting yourselves within this marriage. The downfall is from both of y'all. You know, I mean, I'm just being honest with you. I know a lot of people probably not gonna like it, right? But I'm just being honest. I don't agree with the fact that we gotta lay down all these men, but not hold these women accountable. Y'all know what's up, y'all. First of all, come on, women. Y'all know y'all petty level. Y'all petty level is top tier. Y'all petty. Come on now. Y'all petty level is top tier, and it's very seldom that you can find a man that can top your petty. Women, black women at that. Come on now. Can we have a moment of truth? Can we can we talk for a minute? I'm just saying. Because y'all petty game is A1. Y'all know it. Not saying that men petty game ain't strong because men can be petty, it may you may do something to somebody and a man will wait 2 weeks to be right back petty. But I just know that the petty level from women is strong. So I feel like again, in this situation when it comes to and again I might have to see part two to understand more. But for me, as far as seeing this first part of this interview, seeing how listen, his willingness and openness to speak to Carlos King was everything for me. Tracy, I don't believe that. I don't believe Tracy every time I she ain't got no level of petty. Listen, I don't believe that. Hey, Prosperity, what's going on? Everybody coming in here. What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, yeah. Yes, she does need therapy as well. She does. And what I've said though, in the beginning, I feel like they all need individual therapy. And I think in this particular situation, I know we say you have to want it to receive, and that is true. That is true. But something about this interview with Scrappy just tells me that he might have been trying to work on it. You know what I'm saying? And I again believe that he gonna have to work on it, work on it, work on it before he gets in any type of other relationship. As far as we know right now, he just playing with what's her name with Diamond again. So I feel several different ways about the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he could have been too. He could have been too. And again, you know, I get it. I get it. They both need therapy. I think uh, Bambi def Bambi definitely needs some therapy as well. Oh yeah, I didn't think they was together, you know. But if they are, if they just friends, if they little smooch buddies, whatever they is, you know what I'm saying. Scrap. All I got to say though is this right here. It's okay to take some accountability for whatever your actions was in the breakdown of the marriage. And it's also okay if you ain't with Bambi no more and life is just going well. And you're at some type of peace. Who's saying that they together? I don't think, did I say that they was together? I meant that in such a joking manner if I did say that. I don't even think Diamond looks a mess, honey. So and y'all, I'm gonna shut up. I ain't gonna say the last part. The last part is for after dark or something. Oh, okay, okay. I about to say, did I say that they were together? I ain't mean it if I did. But I just again, just listening to his vulnerable side. I've been saying this for weeks, for the last past few weeks. That episode when Bambi was like, "Yeah, y'all want to blame everything on me. Everything is my fault. Everything is always my fault." And I'm like, girl, at some point, you got to get it together, girl. You got to get it together because it's almost like you live in a fairy tale world or something. I mean, and he stated that he should not have went and read her journal or whatever it was. He stated that. He did state that. He said it wasn't a good move for him to do, but he did it. Unfortunately, he did it. You know, um, yeah. I mean, because we don't really know what's going on. We don't. But uh, I know for just as much as what I've seen. I'm gonna just put it that way. Just as much as what I've seen, I feel like Scrappy has some great qualities of a man in him. I'm keeping it 100, right? I don't think that Scrappy is just this big villain. I don't feel like he's just this nasty individual. I don't feel it. I don't get it. I guess that's where I am with it. And I hope that this interview, the potential of this actual interview, the outcome of this interview, I hope it really I hope he's good. I really do. Wait, y'all can't hear me? Shirley say she can't hear me. Shirley, you got your phone turned up, Shirley? Can you guys hear me? Shirley, you might want to turn your phone up. Do you have one of those what are the phones called? What did it just say? Shirley, turn your volume up. I don't want you to miss it, Shirley. Miss Shirley Terry. Now, y'all be scamming me when y'all when folks do that. Let me talk about that. Can't hear me. I be moving my stuff around so much. Y'all be making me think I done disconnected something. A chirp phone. Do you have a chirp phone, Shirley? ah. I mean, we've said that, but okay. I wouldn't say that he a little boy. I don't feel that. I don't agree with that. I don't feel like he's a little boy trapped in a grown man's body. I don't feel like that. I don't. I really don't. Cause what he going through is grown man stuff. And for you to acknowledge it is gonna always be grown man stuff. Your actions are your actions, but I don't really think little boy, I don't think a teenager either. I think he acts very grown and aware of what he's doing. Yeah, and it could be a lot. And I want y'all listen. How many of us are seriously out here completely healed from any type of trauma that we've been through, y'all? None of us at the end of the day are completely healed, in my opinion. Because there's always something that could trigger us and send us right back to that place that we were once in. Now, you may not have gotten to that trigger, but at the end of the day, I think if we want to be better people, if we want to be a better people, that's something that we got to always be working on, right? We got to always be working on that. So, I mean, listen, I don't think he's a bad guy. I think he's a guy who doesn't have his ish together, thinks the least effort should be enough for women. He's is immature and feels women should be grateful that there is not abusive. Okay, let me read that one more time. I don't think he's a bad guy. I think he's a guy who doesn't have his ish together, thinks the least effort should be enough for women, is immature and feels like women should be grateful that he's not. Did you mean that he's not abusive? Emotionally, he and Bambi are on the same level. I can see that too. Because if that's the case, Bambi is a little girl playing little girl game. Well, I mean, if we, um, I don't believe he thinks that a man can know what good quality he has and be proud of that. You're right, Chef. We all have things that we have not healed from. That's all I'm saying. I feel like at the end of the day, it's really totally up to you if you really want to garner that healing. But at the end of the day, it's always going to be something that could trigger you and send you back to that place. Dang, he took accountability for his part in each relationship. Well, I think people are gonna have their, their thoughts about the things, but a lot of what y'all saying, I don't necessarily agree with. And again, this is just my opinion. I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't. And like I said, I don't think that Bambi is by far innocent whatsoever. Yeah, I don't think that. Okay, schoolboy, what you been saying? Let me not say nothing else, cause who am I? Nah, I need to know. I need to know. I'm reading all y'all's views. I'm reading them. That he is there and not abusive. Okay, so you're saying present but not abusive. Let's see who else. Actress Wilson, a lot of people need to stay off live so that the kids, so that's a kids 22 in my opinion. Like you said, they are both equally at fault. Chef Dunda, I can respect that. No bias views is a win with me. Yeah, I'm not being biased, but I know how easy it is for us to literally blame a man. And I say us because, I'm in a community where we blame men too, especially, masculine men. That's what we do, right? But here's the thing. I think in this case, I just feel like I, for people who have been talking to me off of like YouTube or whatever the case may be, I've been saying this in all of my conversations that there was a episode. It was the episode. I know they went on a break, so I think it was the episode before they went on their break. Bambi sat at that table and said several times, "Y'all sit up here acting like I'm the one that caused this marriage to end. Y'all act like I'm the one. Y'all act like I'm the one. Girl, girl, your friends are not giving you that energy. So what are you talking about? That's how you know Bambi is full of crap. And yeah, I said it. That's how you know Bambi is full of crap. Cause ain't no way none of your friends, especially your friend, hello Erica, that was going through the same thing you was going through. You can't make me believe that your friends are telling you that you are the one at fault. I don't believe that not one bit. I don't believe that not one bit. Um, I'm not placing blame on either side. I hold both parties accountable. And I think everybody doing that. But okay, bottom line, this is just my thoughts on the whole situation. And I said this time and time again. Scrappy is not innocent by a long shot whatsoever, right? But one of the things that I do not like seeing is a woman literally put everything on one person, like there's only one person in the marriage. Okay, but then you go on to say that everybody keeps putting it on you as if you're the one that's bad in the middle. Where is it? Because we ain't seen it on camera. All your friends try to support you, and anyway, you got your friends confronting Scrappy. What exactly are we talking about? You got your friends confronting him. So you can't make me believe that behind the scenes, these people are telling you that you are the one that is at fault for your marriage breaking down. That's where I am with it. I don't like, again, the fact that hold on, that we can keep saying that. Exactly, AK. I'm with you on that. My point is I can't sit up here and believe in my mind that your friends is telling you that you're not at fault for the breakdown in this marriage when, girl, we know they're not doing that. So who are you truly talking about when you say everybody putting it on me? Ma'am, you don't even want to you don't even want to tell people how old you are. So Bambi for me is by far somebody that I'm about to look at and be like, oh, oh, Scrappy did no. Girl, no. You did a whole interview. What did you do an interview for if you weren't gonna talk and tell the truth? That lady asked you how old you were, and then you turn around and say, well, we're not gonna talk about it right now. How come you still can't tell her how old you is as if that lawsuit has something to do with your current age? Girl, bye. Please, girl, bye. And let's be clear, Erica warned you, sis. All three of them are playing victim. I can see that too. There too, she recorded him without his knowledge. Also, too, she now I'm just go ahead and tell y'all, I didn't get a chance to see the receipts, okay? But y'all know on Love and Hip Hop, she was hollering that Scrappy wasn't paying his bills. Now, Scrappy did a podcast interview, and Scrappy showed them people the receipts, and they actually have a Patreon. But the joint was like $15, and I ain't really had that. So that whole he wasn't paying his bills and stuff. Y'all, I don't believe that either. I'm sorry, I just do not believe it. Do I believe maybe the last couple months he could have got petty and maybe didn't pay something? I can see that. But as far as him sacrificing the fact that his kids wouldn't have a roof over their head, I don't believe Scrappy did that, y'all. Scrappy done moved into a whole nother place now, paying his bills over there just fine. I mean, I'm not under. I guess that it's just by far, Bambi has some serious issues that need to be called out, and we can no longer keep trying to put it all on Scrappy. That's all I gotta say. Bottom line, all of the parties involved are guilty. Okay, period. But I don't like the blame being placed on just one person. That's why I am with it. But Andre, do we know that? Did we see the receipts that proves that? And I'm not talking about the ones that Bambi gave. I'm talking about equally. Have you seen Scrappy's receipts? That's what I want to know. Have you seen his receipts? Anybody can alter up receipts. Let's be clear. I'm in my 40s, so I'm not understanding what the big deal is. Bambi gets on my nerves with that ish. It's the way you said it. Okay, so he had receipts that sometime he paid, sometime he was late. Okay, she said he didn't pay at all. Okay, she said he's not paying his bills. So therefore, sir, I mean, ma'am, you're still lying. Okay, you just say he paid his bills late. But as far as what I heard Bambi say, Bambi made it seem like this man wasn't paying not now bill. There's the difference right there, y'all. It's almost like we looking to reach, but my God, this girl got on national TV and said this man wasn't paying none of his bills. So what is it? What we doing? So did he pay or did he not pay? Okay, they late. Hopefully he take care of the late fee. That's what a real one would do. Okay, I get that. But come on, yo. You don't get to get on national TV and say that the man ain't paying his bills at all if he paying them. Right. She blatantly said several times this man wasn't paying any of the bills. And the number one bill that he was not paying was the rent. That's what she said. She said it several times and then thought it was a flex to get on Instagram and be like, oh, I'm 100% solely responsible for my bills now. Girl, that's not a flex. Okay, so y'all want to dig in how late and all that kind of stuff. I don't know about how late and all that stuff. I don't believe that that stuff was over 90 days late or even in a position for them to be evicted like that. I don't believe that. I believe all of that is a reach. It's a stretch. Again, that lady said he wasn't paying none of the bills. She didn't say that the bills was coming late. She didn't say that he was paying next week. She didn't say that he was paying next month. She said that he was not paying them bills at all. So see, now I see what's going on here. Now I see it. I see it. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We all gonna have different set of opinions about it. I feel like we definitely gonna have a different uh 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 right. I never even that part was new for me, AK. But listen, again, the woman got on national TV for several episodes, not just one episode, not just two episodes. She said it for several episodes that this man was not paying his bills. So what did he do? He goes on the podcast and produce receipts that he is paying his bills. You can't say that if he late. If he late, just say he late. Scrappy is late on his bills. He don't pay his bills on time. That's all you had to say because that would be the truth. So now I gotta look at you sideways because you're leaving out all kind of details about it. I ain't here for it. Um, when somebody is late paying and you have to cover, that takes away from other things that you have to pay. Everything falls behind. Andre, we get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, right? I do. I get what you're saying. Totally get what you're saying. But the man paid. Whether it was a week late, 2 weeks late, I don't know what it was. The man paid. She lied. She lied. Bambi lied. I don't. There's no other way around it. The woman lied. She said that he was not paying his bills whatsoever. Okay, I get it. Pay your bills on time. But if you're going to, if you gonna say that a person is not paying their bills, that is so different from saying that they pay their bills late. You saying that him not paying his bills is like literally him stripping a roof from y'all's children's head. And I don't ever think that it got that far. I don't. Right. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's that crazy to put his children in jeopardy like that. I don't think that. I don't think that. Because one thing we ain't never heard about Scrap is that he old deadbeat father or anything like that. Now that we have not heard. I just think at the end of the day, you gotta know what's up. And I just feel like Bambi again, she ain't innocent. The question is, what bills did she contribute to? Well, from what we do know, child, one thing we do know about that rent they was splitting, child. They was splitting the rent. That we do know of. What it was paying half, he'll half, they'll half. I don't know. But true, but wasn't not paying Erica child support at one point, or was it a storyline? He was paying. I think Safari was paying, but it came out that Safari was paying late as well. So typically, it's a storyline that they get to reach on. They get to reach, and when I say reach, I mean they can reach. He ain't paying his bills. It's totally a different thing from being late. I have a brother that did put his in crazy position, and I had to come out of pocket and send money. But nobody has. Hey, Andre, and I'm not discounting you at all. I'm not. I'm really not, right? Because that's an experience. But it never got that deep with them. It's all lies. It never got that deep with them. And again, if it did, show us the receipts. Show us the receipts. Show us that Scrappy is doing what you say he doing. Show us that. Don't alter them. Don't do none of that. I want to see receipts on both ends. If that's the case, that's just how I feel about it. I agree with you on that too. Listen, I want to thank who just sent me that cash app. They say no, what's the name needed. So let's bump by it. Let's bump about it. Period. 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 Yeah, and something. Listen, I don't fault anybody. I never asked anybody why they stay so long. I never asked any questions like that. I mean, if you're not making it a no super big deal. But for the most part, I think at this particular point where we are now, I'm gonna have to see the second part to see what the second part gives, because I'm very interested in how he felt about Bambi, if Bambi actually really loved him. I agree with you, Prosperity, on that one. Bambi's behavior lets us know that she married Scrappy to make a point that she was his wife and Erica wasn't. Now we've heard her try to extend those points out for sure several times. So I don't know, child. But anyway, until next week, child. Until we see the part two of this, I'm very interested in that. And Carlos, go on and do y'all want to see an interview with Bambi? Y'all want to be fair and get Bambi's point of view? Do you guys want to do that? Do you guys want Carlos King to interview Bambi? Get get her side. So listen, I just again I kind of really stand 10 toes down on the fact that I know I've been trying not to get no percentages because I know y'all really be pissed off if I said that. I might share that in Patreon. I just want a few people to eat me up and not a whole lot of people, because I sure was gonna give percentages as to what I thought, but I'm going to do right. It's 50-50. Listen, over the years, I've peeped Bambi. I've definitely peeped Bambi. Long time ago, child. Shayla said, I don't think that they ever come on. Where's the receipts that stuff got cut off? Evictions start happening. I think we diving a little bit too deep in that. I ain't never even, and I could be wrong. I ain't even heard Bambi say stuff like that. I heard her say he wasn't paying, But as far as stuff getting shut off and all of that, honey, I ain't heard that he got to do what Martell did and call Mel and ask Mel to pay the electricity bill. Now that I ain't heard. Whew. Honey. Okay, listen, y'all. I'm gonna go. Y'all know I got a show to produce. um, I was about to say something about Real Housewives of Atlanta. They must be uh talking about Atlanta right now. But anyway, listen, y'all. We're gonna recap part 2 next Wednesday as well. Um, I enjoyed this conversation with y'all. I did because it's a difference of opinions. You know, some I don't agree with, some I do agree with. But when you're able to have open dialogue, nobody was disrespectful, and I like that. When nobody disrespectful, we was able to have this conversation, of a cohesive conversation. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all for that. Now listen, please hit that like button. Check out this brief trailer for School of Love. If you would like to donate to the channel, you're more than welcome to do so. It's in the chat. Also, hit that like button. And then also, too, we have crowdfunding available for this project. So make sure you guys go check that out. And with that being said, child, I'm going to see y'all in the next video. All right. Bye, y'all.
In the big city of Dallas, Texas, a new LGBT web reality series produced by The Chef Don Don Productions, School of Love. Honey, we are now casting. Make sure you get your application in just in time for school to be in session.